it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing an eye look that I posted on Instagram the other day, and I asked if you guys would like a tutorial on how to do it with a $5 eyeshadow palette. And you guys said that you would, so here I am. It's a fox eye look, and I'm going to be using this palette from Wet n Wild. It is the Star Luxe Shadow Quad in Earth Day Suit. I am so blown away by these little quad eyeshadow palettes. I have 4 of them, I think. And, I mean, it's just ridiculous. This glitter is so pretty. Look at that. And that right there will elevate any look. The rest of the colors in this palette are so pigmented. I'm getting more and more blown away by drugstore products. There's really no need to buy high-end unless you just enjoy a brand or collector of a brand or something like that. We're going to go ahead and jump into this video. Let me clip my hair back here. I've got it air drying a little bit. Thankfully, it doesn't take long for my hair to dry because it's so thin or fine or whatever you want to call it. I don't have thin hair. It's just fine hair. It has its perks, I guess. Okay. So I've already got my moisturizer on my face. It is the Pure Lisse Watermelon. I've almost used this up. It's been okay. And then I have my eye cream on, which is the No More Baggage No More Needles by Dr. Brandt. I like this. It's got an orange tint to it, so it kind of cancels out any dark circles you might have under your eyes. And I'm going to put some Too Faced lip injection on just to keep my lips hydrated while I'm getting ready. So we have finally made it into 2021, guys. Unfortunately, my year has not started off with the fabulous bang that I'd hoped, but maybe that means that there's just a lot of good things to come. So, give me 1 second here. You know I got to pop a piece of gum in my mouth, and I'm so sorry. Okay. So, I'm going to be starting with the eyes today, simply because it's going to be easier to deal with if I don't have foundation and stuff on because of the eye look that we're doing. So, the first thing I'm going to do is prime my little eyes, if I can find my eye primer. Today, I'm just going to be using the Milani eyeshadow primer. I don't have a whole lot of discoloration or anything like that in my eyes, so I don't really need to cover up a whole lot. So I don't have to go in with some extreme coloring, you know, things that color over my eyes. I do do a little bit, but it's not like I don't have to have a bunch of foundation and stuff like that if I don't want to. Today, I think I'm just going to set my eye with a little bit of powder and use that Milani, and that's about it. Woo. Get my couple brushes here. I'm just going to set my eye with some e.l.f. blotting powder. Of course, I do have some freckles on my eyelids because, as a ginger, where don't I have freckles? But sometimes I like my freckles to just shine through, you know? I am who I am, and we should all be proud of who we are and how we look. Embrace the natural. Okay. I might have to use a paper towel, unfortunately, because I did not bring me a cleaning rag for my brushes. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I don't know why I can't get myself together. So to start this eye look, I am just going to go in first with my bronzer, because there are no matte shades in that palette. So the bronzer that I'm using today is the Revolution I cannot talk. the Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer in Light. It looks like this. It's huge. Then when you open it up, this is what it looks like. I love this bronzer. So I'm just going to take my good old fluffy brush. It's the Morphe X Jeffree Star JS5. And I'm going to dip it into that bronzer. Kick off the excess, and I'm just going to go start in my crease and lay that down. This is just going to help all the other shadows go on smoothly and just give it a background of color. And I'm going to sweep it out towards my eyebrow just a little bit. You don't want a whole lot of color, just a little bit. I'm going to do the same over here. So I'm going to run into town a little bit later and do some errands. And I thought I'm going to go to Walmart. I don't have a Target here in the town where I live. The closest one is like an hour away. So I'm going to run to Walmart and see if I can find some curtains and stuff. I'm going to get rid of this backdrop. I don't like it. It's two different colors of gray, like you guys haven't noticed. I just had to do with what I had to do with, you know what I mean? So I thought I'm going to decorate. Behind this curtain is a bed and a wall and a window. It's a whole half of a room back there. So I thought I wanted to have a nicer backdrop for you guys. So I'm going to get some curtains and just take down those blinds and put some pictures and stuff up. So I'm going to try to get me some curtains today and get that started, because I really do not like this backdrop. That's one of my goals for 2021, is to bring better quality to my channel with my background, my camera, my lights, things like that. I just want it to be a really good setup. Okay, so now I'm going to take this tan color right here, and I'm going to go all over my lid and sweep it out some. So to do that, I'm going to get a little flat shader brush here. Let me clean it off. This is the Morphe and Nikita Dragon brush in N2. It's just a flat brush. But I got to get this purple off, because that's not going to go with this eye. Okay. So now I'm just going to pick up that tan shade and put it all over my lid. You see how pigmented those are? It is crazy. And this is dry, guys. This is a sheen, as you can tell. None of these are matte. And it's going on that good dry. So as I get out here to the corner, I'm just going to flick that up. So I'm going to, the eye's going to start on the lid, and it's going to work its way out. Is what it's going to do. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can clean it up at the end, so don't worry about that. But we do want to get that angle started. That's good. Now I'm going to go here and do the other eye. I don't know if you guys are like this, but my eyes are not the same on both sides. This is my easier eye, and this is my difficult eye. Mostly because I've got like a little, I don't know if you can see that, a little fat pocket or something. It's about the size of a pea. And that kind of gets in the way. I'm going to talk to my doctor and see if I can get that cut out. It just aggravates me to death. Okay. And then just start sweeping that out towards the tail end of your brow, just like we did on the other side. I'm not adding any more shadow to the brush. I'm just taking the pigment that I have on my eye and what's left on the brush and using that and just sweeping it out. Getting that look. And you know, this is perfect for someone like me who has small hooded eyes. This really opens up your eye and gives you that elongated look because you're concentrating most of your products on the outside of your eye. And so it opens up this inner part that is closed up a lot. So it really makes your eyes a lot brighter. So I'm going to take this same brush and I'm going to go into this green shade right here. Now, I'm not going to go all over the lid with this one, but I am going to pack it on halfway over and out. Okay, and once I get that laid down on the outer part of the lid, again, we're just going to sweep up with that into the same motion that we went with the bronze shade. I am just so super impressed with these. I just can't get over it. Okay, now we're going to do the same with the other eye. So, have you guys set any New Year's resolutions for this year? Or I prefer to call them goals. I don't know why, but if I call them goals, I seem to stick to them better than resolutions. I think everybody has the mindset that it's okay to not follow through on resolutions because usually people don't. And so I think they're easier to fail on. But that's just my opinion. But do you have any goals or anything set for this year? Mine, like I said, is to grow my channel and to do a better job on my channel. The quality, bring it up. And, you know, I just have small goals. I want to make sure that I, you know, incorporate using my planner this year and, you know, just stuff like that. So now where we are is we've got those base colors laid down. So what I like to do is just do a rough cleanup at this time. So I like to take a makeup wipe and just go right along the edge of my bottom lash line and just clean that up just a tad. And on the top just a little bit if you went too high with it. You know what I mean? And I know sometimes it'll look janky halfway through and you're like, oh, this ain't working. But trust me, it does come together. So now I can straighten that line back up. Okay. Now, I know that looks blunt, like I've cut that off and there's no tip, but we will get a tip back. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is actually, I think might be a lip brush, but it is a pencil brush to me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to wet it with MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to go into this dark blue shade right here that's got glitter in it. And I just rolled my brush in it. So then I'm going to take it along through here on the lash line. Just very close to the lash line. Just like that. Okay, and when I get to the end, I'm going to put a little bit more pigment on my brush. I'm going to follow that bottom lash line and just bring it up. Just like that. And make you a little wing. You're going to connect to that outer part and come in. Shadow, I find, is a really easy way to get a wing for beginners if you're not used to doing a wing. It is one of the easiest ways to do a wing. And just fill that in. Just tapping. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. Then we'll come over here and we will do the same thing. I'll wet my brush again because you want this to stay where you're going to put it. You don't want it to fall out everywhere throughout the day. Roll that brush again. Go right to the lash line. You can start anywhere that you want, whatever's easiest for you. It's easier for me if I put down in the center and then come in. Okay, now I'm going to pick up quite a bit more on my brush. I'm going to follow that bottom lash line. And bring it in, make our wing. Okay. So this is why we didn't put foundation on to begin with. So just take your finger and tuck it in a wipe. Go from the bottom lash line and just pull up. See how that gives you that clean line? You get that sharp wing. Now, this one I can tell is longer than this one. So now what you do to fix that is you take an angled eyebrow brush. You spray it. Okay, you go back into your dark color. And now you're just going to very lightly give it a flick. Just like that. And now, to make those blunt ends all fill in and look the way you want them to, you're going to take your bronzer again. Just get you a little bit on a fluffy brush. And you're going to blend that outwards. Then take your flat brush that you had been using and lay it on its side and really start dragging that. No more shadow on the brush. Just take what's already on there and drag that out. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little glitter color and I'm just going to get a little bit on my finger and I'm just going to tap on the base of my lid. Just tap. See how that gives that just that little extra something? I am so sorry. There we go. And you're just going to tap. Okay. Now we're going to clean up all this fallout. Okay. So now the top eyes are done. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and add mascara to the top lash. So that way it keeps the glitter from falling down on her face. So I'm going to go in with my NARS Extreme. And you could add a lash if you wanted to with this. And if I was going out, I would cut a set of lashes in half and just put them to the outer half of my eye so that it carries that elongated look. But I don't think I want to fool with lashes just to go run errands and run to Walmart. Sorry, I'm being so quiet. It's hard for me to put mascara on and talk at the same time. You know, walk and chew gum, that whole thing. The most important thing of putting on a mascara is the way you hold your mouth. No. I'm also going to go in with my Buxom mascara. I love this mascara too. I feel like that NARS gives me a lot of thickness and fullness and length, but this, the way this is fine-toothed, it really gives me, separates my lashes and helps me see all of them, and I love the way those two work together. Okay, so that's good enough for right now. So now I'm going to go in and start my base makeup. Let me move these brushes out of my way. So the foundation that I'm going to use today, I'm actually going to be mixing two. And I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay. Mine is in the color 135. Is that right? No. Well, how can you not have the color on here? I'm suck at this. It doesn't have the color on here. Vanilla, right on the front. 135 vanilla. And it is a little too dark for me right now. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit on the little plate here. And then I'm going to add a little of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Rose Ivory because this is too light. So I will mix the two. And it ain't going to take much of this to lighten that up because it's not way too dark for me. It's just, really, it's the tint. It comes out a little yellow. And where this has got rose in it, it should just tone that down a little bit. So this is the Wet n Wild, and this is the Photo Focus, or the Revlon. So then I'm just going to take my little mixer. And I love this mixer. If you guys are wondering, I got this on Shop Miss A for $1 or $2.88. I could not believe it. It comes with the little mixing tool. It came in a little bag to keep it in. I love it. Oh yeah, I think that shade's going to be good. That's what I came up with. Okay. I've already got my moisturizer on my face. I evidently am not going to do any primer today because I just didn't put any on. Honestly, because I forgot. But that's okay. Just be careful when you're going around your eye. If you don't mess your makeup up, your eye makeup up. Eye makeup up. I like that. Those two together are nice. I've never mixed those two before. I'm going to have just a little bit more, though. I didn't make quite enough. I know I'm just sitting here doing my makeup, not saying a word. I get in my zone, man. I get in the zone. So I wonder what everybody's plans are for the new year. Are you excited to see the changes with the pandemic? I would say that we're not going to see a lot of changes for at least the first half of the year, if I had to guess. Okay, I think my foundation looks quite okay. Okay. So now let me just wipe this excess off so I don't end up sticking my hand in it at some point. Because, you know, I'm all about that life. Anything I can sabotage, I will. All right. So I don't really feel like I need a whole lot of concealer today. So that's something that I'm going to skip. And sometimes I do that. I'm just that way. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and set my face. And today I'm using the I Heart Revolution in Coconut. you see that? Ah! Let's let that set down and dry. I don't know how I just did that. Oh. The reason I didn't put that underneath my eyes is because I have this new Revolution Bacon Blot powder. It's supposed to be brightening under the eyes. So I wanted to try that. It's hard to find banana type products for light skinned people that don't actually darken. So well, I don't know if it's necessarily brightening anything. Oh yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Okay. I can get down with that. Let's see if I can get this off my face now. It ain't wanting to budge, but it's coming. Wow. Okay. Let me fill my brows in quickly. I've already set them with the hair gel that I like to use sometimes. So they are concrete. I find that if I don't put that stuff in first before I fill my brows in, that it just takes any of the product that I have put in my eyebrows away. Okay. That was the Jordana Shape and Tame retractable in soft brown. I like it pretty good. Now let's see if I can brush these out. Oh yeah. Okay. Now let's dust the powder away. Okay, now to get rid of this powdery look, I'm going to spray a little bit of this Revolution Sport Fix. And then take my beauty sponge and just press over. I believe I'm going to wish I had primed my face. Not that it's breaking up or anything, but I think it's going to settle in all my wrinkles. Because it's already starting to do so. That's just have to live with it. So now I'm going to go back and finish the bottom of my eyes. So I'm going to take that same pencil brush that we used, and I'm going to pick up that dark color again, and I'm just going to go lightly on the outside of my lower lash line, just about halfway through. Okay. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush that looks like this. I'm going to pick up that bronze shade and buff that out. Just like that. Sorry if you hear that music. My husband's coming through the house with his phone. Okay. So I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that powder on the bottom and try to lighten my eye up just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Well, this is a good example to show you what happens in everyday life. You just gotta press and blot and go on. I think I moved my foundation a little bit that time. I moved it a lot, actually. Ugh. Now somebody's calling me. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. That was a call that I had to take. Okay. I fixed my face. Got that black off. Fixed it where I had missed my little foundation there. So now what I'm going to do is go into some bronzer. If I can figure out where I put my bronzer. Oh, it's right under the camera. Today. I'm telling you, I'm wanting to make my channel better, and I feel like this video is flunking fast. Okay, I'm using that same bronzer that I used for my eye. I like to start back here at the hairline and come down. I think everybody bronzes differently. I went just a little bit too ham with that. Oh, wow. There we go. It went a little muddy on me, but it's still workable. Some days just aren't the best days, you know what I mean? But anyway, like I was saying, I like to start back at my hairline and bring it forward. As you see, I like to bronze my whole cheek. And I like to come up and pull from the eye when I do a fox eye like this, because I feel like it just ties it all in together. And just, I don't know. I'm weird like that, I guess. So I'm going to do the same thing over here that I done over there. So at least they'll both look the same. There we go. Now do our hairline. It's been so long since I used this bronzer. I had forgot how pigmented it was. Now I'm going to take my Tati Beauty blender, or Beautiful, whatever, and just try to blend that out some. There we go. So for a blush, I think that I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to do pop of? I think I'm going to use this e.l.f. duo here in Leche. So I'm going to take this Firma 102 brush and just get into that blush and start sweeping that up. That is so pretty. I like to bring everything up at an angle, especially when I do these fox eyes, so that everything is just coming up and it all flows together. That's pretty. For my highlight, I'm going to use an oldie but a goodie, and I'm going to use Laura Geller Gilded Honey. And, okay. Oh, that is so good. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my finger, put a little bit in the corner. Okay, so now, try not to knock you off again. I'm going to set my face with the Cover FX Illuminating Spray. And I'm going to do my lips and let you guys go because this is already a long video. So I'm going to line my lips with this Jante Blue Spice. It's one of my favorite lip liners. And then I'm going to go in with an Amuse lipstick in Truffle. I've always thought this was so pretty. And then, on top of that, I'm going to use the Iconic London lip gloss in Love Struck. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. Okay, guys, that is this final eye look. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you try it. If you do, please tag me on it. Sorry, it's been kind of a mess, but I'm going to go and dry my hair and finish doing that, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. God bless. Mwah.